Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to TALRadio, and this is me, RJ Saankhya, hosting through the interview today. This is the show where we bring you inspiring stories of organizations that are making a real difference in the world. A world where young dreamers often face daunting obstacles. We are talking about something today that serves as a powerful catalyst, breaking down these barriers to help ambitious individuals soar to new heights. Today, we are going to have a look at this wonderful organization called Tailwinds of Hope. This organization is truly praiseworthy. Their commitment to preserving Zachary Capra's legacy by empowering others to follow their passions is both heartwarming and impactful. Through scholarships in Zachary's name, they are nurturing a generation of dreamers and achievers. Now, let me tell you the story behind the Tailwinds of Hope. So, Tailwinds of Hope nonprofit was created to honor the memory of Zachary Capra, a future commercial airline pilot. Zachary was killed April 4th, 2018, when the small engine plane he was flying crashed just after takeoff in Daytona Beach, Florida, while he was conducting his first check ride to obtain his commercial pilot's license. And on that clear morning, just shortly after takeoff, the left wing separated from the aircraft and crashed in an open field. And the Federal Aviation Administration FAA examiner John Asma also perished in this crash. Growing up, Zachary was a devoted athlete, playing ice hockey, lacrosse, and golf. And Zachary served in the United States Navy from July 2012 through August 2016, serving for 4 years abroad, the USS Harry S. Truman, as the aviation boatswain's mate, conducting aircraft launch and recovery. Zachary completed 2 tours of the Persian Gulf, and this is where Zachary decided to pursue his dreams of becoming a commercial airline pilot once his Navy commitment was complete. Zachary's love of travel has also begun with the opportunities the Navy afforded him and planned to continue his travel experiences through his years as a pilot. And in August 2016, Zachary began his pursuit of becoming a commercial airline pilot and began his education at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Daytona Beach, Florida. And Zachary was on the road to success when he was tragically killed on that April morning, just 1 month shy of graduation. Zachary was awarded as posthumous degree of Bachelor of Science in Aeronautics, and he was so close to accomplishing his dream and to solidify his future. He had a short list of 2018 goals on his refrigerator, which simply stated: finish commercial license, finish degree, get a job. All achievable goals. The Zachary Capra Foundation awards an annual scholarships to aspiring pilots who share in his passion and are pursuing a career in aviation. 3 additional scholarships are also awarded to deserving high school students pursuing a 4-year degree or attending a technical college. 1 scholarship is awarded to a deserving football player at Adams State University, and all these scholarships are awarded in Zachary's memory. So, for today's interview, I would like to introduce our distinct guest, John C. Capra, the president of Tailwinds of Hope. John's unwavering commitment to this cause, combined with his exceptional leadership, has been instrumental in transforming dreams into reality for countless young adults. His dedication is a testament to the profound impact that Tailwinds of Hope is making in the lives of our future leaders. So, without further ado, let's start the conversation with him. But let me first welcome John C. Capra onto the show. So, hi, John. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning to you, too. So, let me start with the first question. Can you share the story behind the inception of Tailwinds of Hope and also its connection to Zachary's legacy?
Yes, Zach was attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University from 2016 to 2018. And in 2018, the spring semester in April, he was taking his commercial pilot's license check ride And then during that ride, his plane crashed and he perished as long as the FA instructor that was on the plane as well. He was 1 month away from graduation with his degree from Embry-Riddle. So after recovering from that, we started a foundation in his honor to provide scholarships to Embry-Riddle for future pilots. And then we developed 4 scholarships for high school students in the Westminster, Colorado area where we attended schools, as well as a athletic scholarship to a university, Adams State University in Alamosa, Colorado.
So, thank you for sharing that with us. So, what are the core values that drive Tailwinds of Hope's mission?
We want to help fulfill dreams of students that want to pursue their happiness and their dreams, like Zach was being a commercial pilot for the airlines. So we want to get that opportunity to all the students that we can through our fundraising.
All right, thank you. So, can you tell us about the various scholarship programs or various programs that you offer, and how exactly are they reaching to the students who are dreaming about it?
Our top scholarship is the one for Embry-Riddle. It's a $15,000 scholarship for the year. And Embry-Riddle handles all the application process on who is awarded the scholarship. We have implemented a essay as a part of the scholarship process at Embry-Riddle, where they must write an essay kind of describing their dreams and how they relate it to Zach's story, and give a personal touch. We want those students to, understand what Zach wanted and what he was going through, and then again do research on our organization. And then the high school scholarships are the same way. The application process goes through the schools. Again, we have some input on essays and that type of thing to determine the winners. As well as the high school winners, we have one scholarship for students pursuing a degree in upper education college. We also offer a trade school option for those students not wanting to go to college.
All right. So, can you share some success stories or any remarkable story that you have in mind about the scholarship recipients?
Yes, very heartwarming and what we intended to do. One of our recipients from Embry-Riddle was raised by his mother, had a sister, was in his last year of school, and his mother got the diagnosis of cancer, terminal cancer, and the mother was very worried about being able to help pay for the final year of her son's education at Embry-Riddle so he could attain his degree and his license. And through the process, they went through the process and got down to the final 2. And when they awarded the scholarship, they called the student, and he was actually with his mother on chemotherapy. And so that made her day. And knowing that her son would be taken care of for the last semester so he could obtain his degree. And then, 3 or 4 months down the line, she did die. And so it did help make his life easier that last semester. And now he's has a job as a commercial pilot. So all is well with that scholarship. All the other stories are just as rewarding as that one, especially with high school students. Some of them low-income students receiving scholarships that pretty much enables them to go to college. Without that scholarship, they would not be able to attend. So it's hitting every aspect of the students that we need to and want to.
Thank you so much for sharing that story as well. So, what challenges does the organization face often in achieving its mission, and how do you overcome them?
Our biggest obstacle is just we have a dedicated base of supporters that every year we rely on. We have an annual golf tournament that attracts over 200 golfers, and we raise over $30,000 with that golf tournament, and then we give out about $27,000 in scholarship. And so our biggest obstacle now is finding other bases of donations to support that going forward, so that we can continue to give scholarships. And the best way to do that is to do interviews like this, get out into the world and tell our story, to attract more donors to our base, so that we can do different things and add more scholarships for those students.
All right. So, can we know what are the long term goals and visions of this organization?
One of our first goal, which we thought would take several years, was to endow a scholarship at Embry-Riddle, so that would be there forever, and we wouldn't have to have that financial obligation every year to raise $15,000 just for that scholarship. Well, in our first 4 years, we were able to raise that kind of money, and then we have endowed that scholarship. So now that we have done that, we can add additional scholarships to our base. And actually, this year we're going to add a private pilot's scholarship license for students in the Colorado area to obtain their private pilot's license before they attend college.
Okay. So, how do you select scholarship recipients? I mean, is there any criteria that they need to fit in to avail your services?
For all the scholarships to the schools, they have determined, there's a grade point average, financial aid, part of it as well. They go through a process, interviews, the top 10 candidates or so, and work their way down to the final four, and then they interview them and then select the students from there. So it's all applications through the schools, and none of the applications come through our foundation at all. It's all handled by the schools.
Thank you. So, this is going to be a personal question to you. So, what is the most rewarding aspect of your role as a president of Tailwinds of Hope?
Seeing the smile on the kids' face when they're awarded that money, and it makes a difference in their life, and it helps them obtain their dreams. We're kind of living through those kids, seeing Zach in them as well, so that it helps relieve some of the pain that we have when we're doing these events, and honoring Zach.
Great. So, in what ways can individuals and communities get involved and support your cause? And are there any other ways as well through which they can support you, except like the monetary funds or any other ways that they can?
We have a website that you can donate at any time on, and it's Tailwinds of Hope, tailwindsofhope.org. We also solicit donations in kind of anything that you want to donate from your business to help us raise money during our events, our golf tournament. We also have a few other events that we're developing for next year that we'll take any kind of donations for that as well. So those are the major ways right now to donate. And as soon as we have some more events ready to go, we will post them on our website.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
So, what advice would you give to young adults aspiring to make their dreams a reality?
As soon as you are probably in middle school and you start having those dreams of what you want to do, start pursuing them, have your parents pursue them, have them help you understand what you want to do with those dreams, how to obtain them, how to get to them, and then follow that plan and through high school until you either are going to go to college, start a trade, whatever that dream is. You got to start it young and follow that path, and then there are so many opportunities out there for scholarships and money to help you support that, and it takes some time and research to find those, and they can be very beneficial and can, like I said, make the difference between going to school and not going to school.
That's a great message. So, I want to understand, how does Tailwinds of Hope ensure transparency and accountability in its operations?
Our board consists of 7 members. There's no one that gets a salary through Tailwinds of Hope. It's all done through volunteer. And I do a majority of the work during the year. The board members do their part through meetings and organizations and events. So there's no salary. So any money that we raise, 80% of it's going to a scholarship fund. The other 20% is in cost administered for, putting these events on and running an organization. So majority of the money that we raise goes straight to scholarships. We post everything on our website on who donated and how much we donated throughout the years. So there's accountability to see how much was brought in every year and how much we give out every year.
Great. So, finally, I'm going to go with the last question. What message would you like to convey to our listeners about the importance of supporting organizations like Tailwinds of Hope?
It is ultimate. I mean, everyone has their dreams. We all started at a young age thinking and dreaming about our dreams. And a lot of time we could not follow through for so many other reasons. But here's an opportunity where we're giving students the opportunity to reach their dreams through our organization. And sometimes that line and that margin to obtain that is very, very marginal. So with the help from donations and organizations, we're able to help those students get over the line and get their scholarships and start working towards their dream. So, all our donations are tax deductible. So it's a win for the students. It's a win for the organizations and businesses that donate to our organization to help those kids reach their dreams.
Thank you so much. So, with the vast listeners of TALRadio, I really wish people would take the initiative to contribute to the foundation. And also, thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights on Tailwinds of Hope Foundation. And your dedication is absolutely inspiring, Mr. John. And I really appreciate the good work that you're doing. Thanks again for being a part of the show. So that was John C. Capra, president of Tailwinds of Hope Foundation. So to donate, visit tailwindsofhope.org. And I hope you find this interview insightful. For more such information, stay tuned to Tal Radio, powered by Touch Your Life Foundation.